It is time for Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel Sports brought to you in part by the Rich School District, Evanston Regional Hospital, Ready, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, the Come On In, the Station on Main, Les Schwab Plains Tire, Stacy's Repair, Summit Pizza, Little Springs Water, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Ellingford Brothers, Hometown Drive-In, the Town of Woodruff, T7 Propane, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, McKay Frankham DDS, and the Crawford Trough. Let's go to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth and join the voice of the Rebels, Aaron Poling. It is time for Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel Sports brought to you in part by the Rich School District, Evanston Regional Hospital, Ready, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, the Come On In, the Station on Main, Les Schwab Plains Tire, Stacy's Repair, Summit Pizza, Little Springs Water, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Ellingford Brothers, Hometown Drive-In, the Town of Woodruff, T7 Propane, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, McKay Frankham DDS, and the Crawford Trough. Let's go to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth and join the voice of the Rebels, Aaron Poling.
Hello everybody and welcome to Randolph, Utah for another edition of Rich Rebels Varsity Football. We are in the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth in the Summit Inn Pizza pregame show, and when we come back we will have your Little Springs Water scene set.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are rich high school alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
And welcome back to your Summit Inn Pizza Company pregame show in the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. I'm Cullen Pace. Aaron Poling apologizes today. He had other engagements he had to get to, so you get to listen to me today and my broadcast partner Rob Leifson. And we will bring in Rob right now for the Little Springs Water scene set.
Well, Cullen, it is a beautiful Friday afternoon. It is about 77 degrees, and I don't think you could make a cloud if you added all the ones in the sky and put them together. It is going to be toasty. Mountain View had a game last week where they had a little bit of rain and made the ball a little bit slick, but that's not going to be an issue today. It's going to be perfect football weather.
Yeah, I'd like to see it a little cooler for football weather, but these kids will enjoy it. It'll be a good game today. Like you said, Rob, it's a beautiful sunny day here in Randolph. Once again, you're listening to the Summit Inn pregame show, and when we come back, we will have interviews with Coach Walk from Mountain View and Coach Leifson from our Rich Rebels.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
The team at T7 Propane in Woodruff is always cheering for the Rich Rebels, in sports, in the classroom, and in life. For quality professional propane service, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208. When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
When you need automotive service on your car, truck, semi, or tractor, call Clay and the team at J-Bar Auto in Randolph. J-Bar Auto also offers competitive pricing on tires for all vehicles. Call or stop by J-Bar Auto today.
I'm here with coach of the Mountain View Buffaloes. That's head coach Brent Walk. Coach Walk, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Aaron. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well. So you guys are off to a real good start, undefeated so far, and you guys have taken care of business. What have you seen from your team so far that you like?
Well, I love I've got great kids over here, and we always have, and this team is, they're no exception to that. We kind of pride ourselves in working hard and getting after it and being a physical team. But, we're also, I love our team speed, and we're athletic, and, the kids are doing a good job right now. We're excited, and our goals have always been, and, it's definitely this way this year, is, we're looking to, make a deep postseason, take it day by day. But, we're looking, the ultimate goal is to be, get ourselves back in Laramie.
You guys have quite a bit of size on your team as well as speed. Tell me how you guys like to use that combination. As watching your offense, some of the film I've seen, you guys seem like a real balanced team.
Yeah, well, and that's what we really like about this group. On offensive line, we're an experienced group because, we got a lot of seniors, and most of these seniors, started as sophomores, and we really struggled that year. That was the one year where we really struggled, but we had a bunch of sophomores, and so they're an experienced group. They've been starting now for 3 years. Our offensive lineman, I'm really, really excited about that, and we do have good size, good speed, good strength, and then our skill guys, we're excited about our skill guys too. So, our offensive philosophy, number one, we want to be explosive and have the ability to score from anywhere on the field, and equally as explosive in the run game and the pass game, just depending on what the defense is giving us.
So your opponent this week is Rich, and there's not a lot of 11-man film on Rich at all this year because they are 8-man. What disadvantages does it pose as a coach when a team's coming from a completely different style of game, like 8-man to 11-man, when you're trying to prep?
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't call it a huge obstacle, because we have film from last year, so we have a pretty good idea how they're going to play us and stuff. But it is, it's different watching an 11-man game when you're breaking down film and an 8-man game. So, but I think we got a good handle on it, and Coach Leifson and I have talked earlier in the week and everything. So, yeah, I think we're definitely prepared.
So what about this Rich team do you know, and what stands out on film?
Well, I'm very, very impressed with Coach Leifson. He does a great job. I was impressed with him last year. Something I know for sure is Rich is going to play very, very hard, and that the tradition over there of winning, I think that's coming back, and he's done a great job with that. And they definitely have some good football players. I'm impressed with the quarterback, the running back. They've got a couple of really good receivers, a bigger receiver, and then the other guys that are complementing. And then they do good things up front too, And so I know I know they're going to give us everything that they have, and our hand definitely going to be full.
A coach walk team has what characteristics? What do you try to instill in your team?
Well, number one, we want our kids to be, great people, and that's number one. We talk to our kids all the time about doing the right thing in every situation, and we really push that. But as far as on the field, and our kids need to be disciplined, which we've struggled with that so far with penalties in both of our games. Our big thing is Mountain View doesn't beat Mountain View, and the ultimate goal for us is if a team's going to beat us, they need to be a good team and they have to play good. And it's going to catch up with us if we continue to make mental errors, and because we've struggled with that in the last 2 games, but we've still been good enough to win. That's going to be tough to do when you play a good solid team. But to answer your question, we're 48 minutes. We want to get after it, do things the right way, and have fun, and ultimately win.
So you guys will be successful the rest of the season if you guys do what?
Continue to be focused day by day, and literally, we break this down with our kids. We talk about we never look ahead to week whatever it is. We're 100% focused on Rich County now, but even furthermore, we break it down into our practices. We got to have a great practice. Break it down to our drill work to where we have to have great reps. So, the key for us to be successful and to reach our fullest potential is just literally, we call it focus, be where your feet are. And where your feet are, man, you need to be attacking the day and attacking the practice and making sure you're getting better every time you're on the field.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Here with the head coach of the Rich Rebels varsity football team, that's Coach Tyson Larson. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great.
So you guys improved to 3-0 as you guys take down Altamont 40-0. Go ahead and talk about what you liked about the team from that game.
So I liked that they we talked a lot, and we actually talked in a team meeting after about some of our games have started a little slow. I think everyone that watched was like, man, they started slow, and I think props to Altamont. They came out and punched us in the mouth that first series, but I was grateful that our guys just buckled down and they played hard, and from there on you could tell that everyone everyone was, after that first series, was like, okay, this isn't us. And they just played hard and executed. And we had a lot of kids that could fill in and do the job anywhere. So it was a fun, good, full team effort.
I'd say one of the turning points in the game is the first fourth down stop you guys got of the game when you guys were able to stop Altamont deep in your own territory after a punt went awry. Talk about your defense. They obviously put up a shutout, but they also seem to turn the tide for you guys quite a bit throughout the season.
Oh, and it was the same last year. Yeah, I love our – and we tell them that defense wins games, and obviously everyone loves a high-flying offense. And I, as a college football fan too, I'd rather watch the games that each team is putting up 60 points. That's more fun to watch. But the most successful teams have a real solid defense and find a way to keep you in games and cause turnovers. And that's what I've been excited about. This team is we just have a lot of hungry kids that are just – we talk about going hunting. Like kids are just – they just want to hunt and look for work. And they – especially on defense, I think most of them enjoy defense more because it's a little less stressful and they can just pin their ears back and they get after it. I like how they swarm to the ball.
So you guys wrap up the 8-man portion of your schedule 3-0. What do you think that means for this team in the playoffs? I know those are a long ways away, but you guys don't have another game that affects your RPI.
Yeah, no, I think at least it gives them confidence to know that we can play well. I know sometimes we've struggled in 8-man just because it's a different game, and I think some of us coaches are still even trying to wrap our mind around how different 8-man is than 11-man because you wouldn't think it. And I still don't feel like it should be, so I think our guys are confident and know that, hey, we can play and do well that, and I'm excited now for our 11-man schedule just for kids to – now we get to play more kids. More kids are going to get experience and reps, and hopefully as a team we get a lot more experience. And yeah.
So you guys are moving on to that 11-man schedule, and it seems like the kids are fired up for it. What about moving to 8-man can kind of, I don't want to say the season gets monotonous, but like after a while you do the same thing over and over again, but that's not true for you guys. You guys go into 11-man, it's a whole different game. The kids seem fired up.
Yeah, just more kids get to play. You'd be surprised, 3 more players, that's 3 extra kids, and I feel like I think we're just more familiar with it. Kids have played that all growing up, so they know a lot more on how to run it and things that might be successful or things that they can be coaches themselves. We tell kids all the time that they should be able to command the team just like coaches do, and I think they feel a little more autonomy to do that in 11-man because they're more familiar with it.
You guys transitioned obviously from 8-man to 11-man last year, this being your second year doing the transition. What can you say that you've learned from the first year that you could take into the second year?
Well, I know last year was funny because it's the same game as last when we went to Mountain View. We had a lot of just dumb penalties, and even you'd be surprised, we'd 11 men on the field. Sometimes we wouldn't have enough or we'd have too many, and so I'm hoping that our guys I think we're going to be a lot, and a lot of that's coaching. I think we'll be a lot in better shape that way. Yeah, I think honestly it will be in good shape too, just because right now I feel like there's several kids that have just been really hungry to play that have not been able to play enough, and it's due to the 8-man game. Less kids play, so they're just hungry and ready to get out there. So I'm excited. I think the kids will take the bull by the horns and take the challenge and be ready for it because they're just hungry to play more football.
So you guys do have Mountain View coming up. They're a pretty solid squad over in the Valley. What do you guys have to do to control this team?
They're impressive. We talked about it in terms of teams we'll see in Wyoming this year. I would not be surprised if they weren't one of the top teams. Like, they look very impressive on film, and I've only known their coach for a year now, and I've been extremely impressed by him, and I highly respect him. He's been a super, just solid dude. Really, it's a good ethical man, and he runs a really good program over there. Coach Walk does. So I'm excited. We're excited for the opportunity, but they are a very talented squad. They've got some speed, they've got a lot of size, and they play hard, and they're very disciplined. So I'm excited about the challenge, and I hope the boys are too. I think they'll be ready to roll to play a quality team and hopefully beat a team that's coming in very confident.
So what do you want to see out of your team this week? You're obviously preparing for a whole nother game with 11 man. You're also preparing for a good team. What do you want to see out of your guys?
I just want to see hunger the whole time. I just want to see kids scrapping and working hard and not get punched in the mouth before we decide to punch them back. I hope kids just come out ready to roll and execute it, because now we have a few more kids out there. We got to have more gears turning at the same time. So I'm just hoping they come out ready to execute and play hard.
One final question for you, Coach. You guys will be successful this week if you do what?
The quote I told them is a quote I heard watching college football last week is, if play as hard as they can, play as fast as they can, and don't worry about the rest. If we can just play and not stress about making little mistakes and just play hard and free, I think we'll do really well.
When you're experiencing pain from an injury or pain for an unknown reason, it can negatively impact how you function every day. It's good to know that individually supervised physical therapy is available at Evanston Regional Hospital. From athletes to seniors, we assist patients with personalized treatment plans. We offer a broad range of therapies including cardiac rehab, post-surgical rehab, concussion recovery, and sports rehab. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We are in the middle of the Summit Pizza Company pregame show. We'd like to once again thank Coach Brent Walk and Coach Tyson Larson for those interviews with Aaron earlier in the week, and that sure adds to the game. Next we will go into our Ellingford Brothers keys to the game, and with that I'll go to Rob.
Well, let's sneak in a little bit more for our Little Springs Water scene set. We missed a little bit of detail there. Cullen, Mountain View comes in 2-0. They beat Green River 21-7, took on Wheatland and shut them out 38-0. They average about 350 yards of offense per game, 250 on the ground, and 100 passing. Rich comes in 3-0 and ranked number 1 in the 8-man RPI. They won 48-6 over Water Canyon, 15-6 in that defensive battle with Monticello, and last week shut out Altamont 40-0. If these numbers sound familiar, Cullen, then you're a good listener. 350 yards of offense per game, 250 rushing, about 100 yards passing, so there's a perfect matchup. My keys to the game would be, number 1, stay positive. So far, we have not turned the ball over. Fourth down conversions, if you want to throw that in, but a live ball turnover yet to happen for the Rebels. I'll knock on wood for that one. So stay positive in the turnover margin. Number 2, and Coach Larson mentioned it, dig in on defense. Mountain View's averaging 30 points a game, so I think your defense needs to step up. A lot of people have been starting to compare this team to the last state championship team from Rich High in 2015, which led the state of Utah in defense. So defense wins championships. You heard it from Coach Larson. Number 3 would be depth. Coach Larson mentioned it. You've been playing 8-man. You've had guys on the sidelines that have wanted to play. We've seen the depth that the Rebels have this year that maybe we haven't had the last couple of years, but you're going to put 6 more of those guys on the field, and I think that depth is going to should show in this game. That's be one of the other keys that I'd throw in.
And the only one I would throw in is patience. Patience on offense, patience on defense. Make your reads on defense. On offense, it is a different ball game than 8-man and what they've been playing. The running backs have to be patient and wait for that hole to develop, where the field is a lot bigger in 8-man. So with that, that would be mine, is patience. And that sounds weird in a fast football game, but patience is key to me. So with that, we will go to another break. When we come back, we'll have our lineup for the Rich Rebels. And you're listening to a 2003 Rich Rebel football team broadcast on mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are Rich High School alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
You hear that? That's the sound your new water makes just before it gets to your bottle. You see, at Little Spring Water, they don't add a thing. It's the purest, cleanest, and healthiest water you could possibly drink. It's nature in a bottle. Little Spring Water is a family-owned and operated bottled water company right here in Utah. Nestled in a beautiful canyon in Bear Lake, this spring has been in the family for 5 generations, and now it can be in yours as well. It's high-quality premium drinking water packaged in a durable, recyclable bottle that won't spill or crack on you and can be refilled multiple times. No chemicals, no additives, just pure, clean, healthy water. And because Little Spring Water is local, you can get it at a fraction of the cost. Look for Little Spring Water at a grocery store near you. If you don't see it, ask your grocer for it by name. Little Spring Water. It's nature in a bottle.
Carter Grohl, sophomore, running back, linebacker.
Noah Perry, senior, running back, the end.
Samuel Leifson, junior, running back and cornerback.
Jaden Dash, senior, receiver, and DB.
Jet Holmes, sophomore, quarterback and linebacker.
Carter Hoffman, junior, linebacker, and the quarterback.
Kason Johnson, senior, receiver, and cornerback.
Zenick Stocking, junior, safety, wide receiver.
Raiden Lutz, senior, linebacker, and running back.
Dylan Wasden, wide receiver, DB, sophomore.
My name is Jeremy Garcia. I'm going to be a senior, and I play linebacker and running back.
Antonio Maldonado, junior, outside backer, back.
Hudson Perry, freshman, running back, safety.
Drake Weston, junior, running back and outside linebacker.
Riker Hoffman, junior, strong safety and running back.
Daniel Smith, junior, DB and wide receiver.
Jasper Johnson, freshman, running back, and linebacker.
Kel Argyle, freshman, fullback, and linebacker.
Cade Nelson, sophomore, center, defensive tackle.
Kason Huffaker, senior, D tackle, right guard.
Jordan Johnson, junior, left guard, defensive tackle.
Boston Jolly, sophomore, right guard and defensive nose guard.
Easton Eborn, sophomore, guard and tackle.
Riley Goff, freshman, offensive tackle and defensive end.
I'm Bodie O'Mealy. I'm a freshman, an offensive tackle, and a defensive end.
I'm Talon Pace. I am a junior. I play center, guard, and tackle on offense, and then on defense I play D tackle and end.
I'm Carter Stokes. I'm in 11th grade, and I play D-line and offensive line. I'm Colby Stokes. I'm a junior. I play offensive line and D-line.
I'm Jack Bell. I'm a senior. I play defensive line and offensive line.
I'm Bailey Weston. I'm a freshman. I play offensive line and defensive line.
I'm Carson Muirbrook. I'm a senior, and I play offensive and defensive line.
Aiden Weston, receiver and cornerback.
I'm Jadix Chandler. I am a junior this year, and my position is right guard.
My name is Wilkes Weston. I'm a freshman this year, and I play quarterback and linebacker.
Jack Wakefield, sophomore, offensive defensive lineman.
Paxton Nicodemus, wide receiver safety, 9th grade.
Riker Kirk. I'm going to be a sophomore, and my position is a running back.
Hi, my name is Connor Carrillo. I'm in 9th grade, and I play corner and wide receiver.
My name is Taggart Stewart, and I'm in 9th grade, and I play corner and wide receiver.
In the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth, we'd like to thank Little Springs Water for sponsoring our starting lineups, or our Rich Rebel lineups for us today. We're going to go to Rob Leifson for an update with our cross-country team, and I don't know if he's got one on the JV volleyball game yet, but
still waiting for a text, Cullen. So this morning at 5:15, the bus picked the runners up in Garden City. They ran the early morning JV meet at Park City, and Coach Lisa Jolly and Coach Aaron Worthland were kind enough to give me some more details than what I was able to find online. But for the girls, sophomore Paige Smith finished 2nd overall, and freshman Lyda Taylor finished 6th. Senior Riley Moldenhauer 16th, and sophomore Leah Peterson 25th, which gave them 3rd overall. And you're competing against 6A Westlake, who took 1st, 5A Maple Mountain finished 2nd, and so we even had finished ahead of the host Park City. 15 schools in all and come away with third place. Katharina Smith, Amelia Schinkel, Jana Carver, Addie Carrillo, and Claire Schinkel also ran for the Rebels. On the boys' side, they took 11th out of 13 teams. The top finisher was a freshman, Conrad Carrillo, and then you had Austin Vasquez, Ethan Earl, Jared Carver, Ryder Allred, and Martin Vasquez and Draven Marshall all running for the boys' side of the ball or of the team as well. Next week, I believe they are in Salt Lake City.
Well, coming from Colville, North Summit area originally, it's always good to beat Park City. So congratulations to the girls. That sounds like a heck of a day for them. So we're going to take another break. We've got about 6 minutes left on the clock. And when we come back, we will have the national anthem, and we'll get to game time. So you're watching Rich Rebel football team presentation on mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When you're experiencing pain from an injury or pain for an unknown reason, it can negatively impact how you function every day. It's good to know that individually supervised physical therapy is available at Evanston Regional Hospital. From athletes to seniors, we assist patients with personalized treatment plans. We offer a broad range of therapies, including cardiac rehab, post-surgical rehab, concussion recovery, and sports rehab. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Thank you for the cheerleaders for presenting our colors. We are about, well, clock says 2 minutes, but I think we're going to start a little early today. Rob, I didn't see the coin toss. Did you happen to see what's going to happen?
I did not see it either. I was trying to rattle off some cross-country results for you, but we'll soon find out. It looks to me like who's lining up, looks like we may be receiving the kick.
And, you know, that could be a good thing for us. Come out on a hot start. See what Drake Weston can do with the ball to start off here. Yeah, clock is at 12 minutes, so it looks like we're going to go to work here. And as I said, looks like Drake Weston's going to go deep for us. And
you've got a few more on the field. I teased a couple of the players that they're going to be able to count because over 10, they got to take their shoes off to be able to get up to 11. So, well, hopefully it won't have those penalties that Coach Larson was talking about, trying to make sure we got enough men on the field.
And, yeah, so we got Drake Weston and Riker Hoffman back deep to receive for the Rebels. Looks like number 53, Landon Solis, is going to do the kicking for the Buffaloes.
And he's got a leg, Cullen. He kicked a 46-yard field goal last week against Wheatland.
Another weapon for Mountain View, that's for sure. And Drake Weston standing about the 3-yard line, and he picks it up about the 2. Crosses the 10, gets back to the 20, almost to the 30. Looks like we're going to be about the 29-yard line. He was brought down by 60. Thomas Elizondo. So the Rebels will take over from their own, oh, I lied to you, 24-yard line. And we will have Carter Hoffman. Looks like he's going to go under center. Drake Weston to the left. And handoff up the middle to, is that Riker?
Looks like Riker Hoffman, yep.
And he gains about 3.
Tackles made by Jay Schultz. And Cullen, you will get used to his name. That is number 13. He leads the Buffaloes in tackles from the safety spot.
And so the Rebels break the huddle. Looks like Carter's going to go back under center. The snap, give to Drake Weston up the middle, and he is wrapped up immediately in the backfield. Looks like about a loss of 1 on the play.
Tackles made by number 24, Carson Erdley, and if you were going to find a partner for Schultz, that would be Carson. He is on both sides of the ball and is an impact player for sure.
The Rebels are back in their huddle again. Mountain View looking over at their defensive coordinator on the sideline there, getting their play. The Rebels break the huddle. Looks like we're going to have Dash out here one-on-one to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Carter's in the shotgun and the snap. Back to pass. Looking for Dash with that one-on-one. Dash caught. He's at the 40. There's a flag on the play. The 30. The 20. And run out of bounds about the 12-yard line.
I'm going to take a roll of the dice, Cullen, and say that was a little bit of pass interference that happened even before Jaden got a chance to catch it. And that is the call from the referee, and that is declined. Surprise, surprise, from the Rebels.
So that's a pretty big pickup there from Hoffman to Desch. Usually when we send Desch out to the left and he's got one-on-one, that's a pretty good choice to go to. So,
well, he's got about an average of 80 yards per game on receptions, Cullen, and that is a weapon the Rebels have certainly enjoyed.
And the Rebels huddle up rather deep, so they run about 20 yards up the field to get there. Hoffman under center, handoff to Drake Weston. He got back to the line of scrimmage, slipped a little bit, brought down by, looked like 68, Tyler Mayer.
Yeah, it looks like he tried to make a cut and couldn't quite get his footing there. Jaden Desch coming back into the ball game. He's got 4 receiving touchdowns this year already, 3 games into the season. I was impressed with the line up front to give Carter enough time to make that throw to Jaden.
Carter's back under center here. Option play gives to Noah Perry, and looks like he's going to lose one there.
Number 76, Kobe Jones, a senior, along with a couple of his teammates, brought that one straight down.
So we got about 3rd and 11.
This brings up a 3rd and 11
on
for the Rebels.
The 18-yard line.
Coach Walk talked about the strength of his defensive line, and you're seeing it. Carter back in the shotgun.
Passes incomplete. Riker Hoffman was the intended receiver there.
That will bring up a 4th and 11.
And you're bringing out a kicking tee, Cullen. Looks like they're going to give Jaden Desch a chance to put points on the board. Last year against Mountain View, he was able to hit a field goal. And we already talked about the weapon that the Buffaloes have. Here's your chance for Jaden to put points on the board.
Carter with the hold. Desch with the kick. And it hits the upright. No good. So the Rich Rebels have one decent play, gain quite a few yards, and then stall out on the 17-yard line of the Mountain View Buffaloes, where they will take over.
I'm interested to see how the defense does with 11 men on the field, Cullen. You need to have the same mentality you had in 8-man, that it's accountability. I need to make the tackle, though you know you've got extra help that you haven't had in the first 3 games.
And I apologize out there. I'm trying to keep stats at the same time, and I forgot, so I had to catch up a little bit. So we've got Mountain View has the ball now. Justice Platts in the shotgun. He gets pressured by Raiden Lutz, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of
Lutz with the sack on the play.
10
Push back the Buffaloes.
by Raiden Lutz.
And
Platts, number 3, is a sophomore, Cullen. He comes from Texas, and he has had an immediate impact on the Buffalo team. But good pressure from the Rebels and Raiden Lutz, I think, with his first sack of the season.
That's a great play by Lutz. Looks like a just straight up blitz. Gets through the line and does what he needs to bring down Platts. So once again, Platts is in the shotgun. The snap. He's going to quick pass to number 34, Gus Roden. And he looks like he gained about 1 there.
Brought down by number 5, Jaden Desch. I'm interested also to see Cullen. Mountain View looks to the sideline to their coach for the play. And Coach Cornea, Lex Cornea, the defensive coordinator, said that he wants to see what they're going to do, and then he will make some adjustments himself, which hopefully will be a little bit of a chess game today.
So we got 3rd down and 21 to go from the Mountain View 9. Platts in the shotgun. Samuel Leifson comes up, looks like he's going to come on a corner blitz. The snap, and Platts lets it go, finds number 24, and he's going to be brought down at the 26-yard line. And he was brought down by Dash and Riker Hoffman.
That is Erdley. He is the favorite target for Platts. He has 13 catches this year for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns.
So now we're at 4th down here.
back to receive the punt. Jaden Desch and Riker Hoffman.
And nice punt back to the 30. Picked up by Dash. Dash gets a block.
Solis with the punt, returned
Gets
by
to
Jaden
the
Desch.
46-yard line.
Good field position for the Rebels to start their second possession.
It definitely, that was a good return by Dash. He did pick up a couple blocks there. I didn't see who they were, but I think I'm going to have to go home and rewatch ourselves, Rob, and get stats that way because it's a little hard, and I know our viewers would rather have me talking than get good stats for us. So
I agree. It's okay.
So after the punt, Rebels take over on their own 47-yard line. They break the huddle. Looks like we got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hoffman in the shotgun. And Drake Weston goes in motion, goes to the right. Looks like we got Raiden Lutz next to Carter Hoffman there. The snap. Carter Hoffman's got some pressure by 53, and he's going to be sacked.
That is Landon Solis, your kicker, and also on the offense and the defensive line.
2nd and long for the Rebels.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 20.
At least.
I think we're at 20 because we're at the 37-yard line now.
Coach Larson mentioned after last week there was a penalty on the Rebels where Carter tried to throw the ball but didn't make it a line of scrimmage. He was hoping that he would make that decision a little bit quicker this week.
Well, I don't think he even had time to make that decision on that one.
To avoid what just happened.
Hoffman back in the shotgun again. The snap, he's going back to pass again, gets pressured again, steps up, throws the ball incomplete to Desch, and Carter took a pretty good hit by number 14 there as he released the ball, and we have a late flag coming in.
You want to roll the dice for roughing the passer?
It'd be close, or it is close to the line of scrimmage. It might be a hold on the Rebels. As we await the referee's decision. Ineligible receiver downfield is what it looks like to me, and they're asking Coach Walk if he would like to decline, which that would be the result of the play, and we'd stay at third. We'd just go to 3rd down. Yep, ineligible receiver downfield.
And they decline it.
Receiver downfield called on the Rebels. That penalty is
So that's going to be 3rd down and 20 for the Rebels. And on that pressure, there was Jackson Sawyer, a sophomore for Mountain View, number 14. He put some pretty good pressure on Carter. He didn't hit him real hard, but he hit him and let him know they were coming. You got Noah Perry in motion. They're going to do a little bubble pass to him outside. He's hit pretty hard there by the quarterback, Justice Platts, out of bounds. And Noah picks up 6 yards to the 40-yard line and brings up 4th down and 15.
And Jaden Desch back to punt, and it looks like we got
24 and 21 for the Buffaloes.
Carson Erdley and Brockton Walker.
Desch gets off a decent spiral punt. It's going to be touched by Erdley, and Walker gets it on a reverse, and he's got room. He's at the 50. Desch misses, but he's picked up by
return on the play by Carson Erdley.
58. That's Jordan Johnson. Gets the tackle, and it looks like the Buffaloes will take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 43 by the yardstick on the other side.
First down for the Buffaloes from
nice return by Erdley.
Very nice return by Erdley. A nice little reverse there. So they set the ball at the 42. Buffaloes 1st and 10. They look Coach Walk on the sideline. Platts in the shotgun again. You got trips to your right. One back. The snap. It's going to be a pass to 24, which is Erdley. He gets tripped up there by Riker Hoffman after a gain of 3.
Okay, gain of 3 on the play.
So that's going to be 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
The Buffaloes, obviously we said in the stats at the beginning of the game, they favor the run. Platts is 17 of 35 for 188 yards in the first 2 games, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But again, Erdley seems to be his main target. 90% of his passes have been completed to him.
So that's a pretty unique formation. Running back's in front of the quarterback, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper by Platts. He breaks up the middle.
Quarterback keeper on the play.
That's going to be a 1st down. Looks like it's going to be spotted on the 27.
Looks like Riker had a shot at him about halfway through that, but the tackle's made by Carter Hoffman, number 8.
And that was, pretty good design play. You send 2 blockers in front of your quarterback on a keeper, just a designed keeper. And Platts takes it right up the middle of the Rebels defense there. Same formation here for the Buffaloes. Platts in the shotgun. Lutz comes up looking like he's going to blitz. They went for the hard count. Now they turn back and look over to the sideline again. Platts getting the play. The snap, Platts, same play, straight up the middle on the keeper. Riker Hoffman meets him there from his linebacker position. And it looks like a gain of maybe 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and
about 8. As far as the rushing game, Platts, number 3, their quarterback, Jay Schultz, number 13, and Carson Erdley, number 24. Those 3 have the majority of the carries so far for the Buffaloes this year.
So we're 2nd down from the 19. 3 minutes remain in the first quarter. Little bubble screen there to Erdley, number 24, to the outside. He slips through one tackle by Hoffman. Noah Perry grabs him there. He gains a couple yards after the first initial contact. That's a good hard run there by Erdley.
Yep, looked like he was going to be caught for a loss. He's going to have to come out for a play because he lost his helmet.
So that is going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
We'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 to go.
Number 65, Jack Bell, checking back in the game. He will be your homecoming king next week there, Cullen.
Oh, good for Jack.
We'll give you the royalty maybe in a little bit when we get a little bit more time.
So we got 3rd and 5 from the 18-yard line. Platt's in the shotgun again. Jackson Schultz next to him in the backfield. And a little end around. And Carter Hoffman catches him in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be
James Schultz on the carry. Stopped short of the first down by the Rebels.
I think he
got to the line of scrimmage,
yep.
So that's going to bring 4th and 5 from a 17-18. It's kind of hard from here, see from here. Wish we was a little higher.
Yep, we mentioned it in the pregame that they've got a kicker with a strong leg. Rebels went for the field goal when they were in this position, but it looks like the Buffalo's going to go for it on 4th down.
You got Platts in the backfield with Schultz next to him. 3 receivers to the left. And you probably ought to watch out for Gus Roden, the tight end. Oh, little pitch to number 13, Schultz. And they're going to pick up there's a flag on the play.
We do have a flag on the play.
That was a great read by Platts because he made that pitch at the perfect time, but I think we're going to get a hold. Yep.
Illegal hands to the face is what that signal was.
On the Buffaloes.
So do you go for it again on 4th down, Cullen, or do you bring in your kicker?
Backing up with that leg, I think you bring in the kicker and try for a field goal, but I hate to second-guess Walk. He is a good coach and a good guy. I've known him for a few years. So now we're going to go 4th down and 12 from the 25-yard line. And no tee coming on, so it looks like they're going to go for it here.
Here's a chance for your defense to dig in.
Platt's in the shotgun. Snap, he's looking to pass. And that's intercepted by Desch about the 4-yard line. Desch has got some room. One guy misses. And he's going to return that to the 31-yard line.
We talked about this earlier in the season, Cullen, that moving Jaden from the cornerback position to the safety, he gets to play center field, and he reads those very, very well. That's his 3rd pick of the season, and the 3rd interception, unfortunately, for Justice Platts.
And he did. He just played center field there, read the quarterback, seen where he was going to throw, the quarterback Platts overthrew just a little bit, just enough that it went to Desch, and Desch made a pretty good return there from about the 4. And so the Rebels take over on the Mountain View's 31-yard line. Hoffman in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Hoffman gets flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. Makes a couple guys miss, and he's going to be brought down about the 38-yard line.
Nice little block by number 16, Daniel Smith, on that outside edge when he saw Carter have to take off, trying to give him a little bit of help.
And I didn't see who made the tackle there for the Buffaloes. I apologize for that. And this is a little more of a formation we're used to. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. And that's just your design draw play there for Hoffman. He's going to pick up the 1st down. He's tackled there by
Tyler Mayer, sir, number 68.
But not after Carter's picked up the 1st down, so it's going to be first down Rebels from the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. And the Rebels will be lucky to get this play off. There's 12 seconds left on the clock. And I don't think they're going to get it off.
Now we'll take a commercial break. You're listening to Rich High Football online at mylocalradio.com and on the FM dial 98.3 KADQ.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789 889-5202.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Ready has provided.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. 1st and 10 from the 44. Carter Hoffman with a little bubble screen to the outside to Desch. And Desch does everything he can just to get back to the line of scrimmage there, Rob.
Yeah,
gain of 1.
Yeah, well covered by the Buffaloes. They've been putting those 3 receivers out there together. Riker Hoffman doing everything he can, number 24, to try to make that block. But Buffaloes had that one well covered.
We got Case and Johnson out real wide here to the right. Looks like Hoffman's going to go under center this time. 2nd and 9 from the 45. Option play, he pulls, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss of 4. So we're going to go to the 41-yard line, 3rd down and 13.
68 Tyler Mayer once again causing havoc from the Buffalo side of the ball.
So going back to earlier with the interview with Coach Larson, 8-man, they bring in that 5-man front. They called them the Big Uglies. Well, the Big Uglies need to take care of Mayer here.
I think that one was a little bit of a mix-up on timing for sure, and that's something you got to get used to with 11-man.
So 3rd down for the Rebels. Hoffman giving the last few minute instructions to Noah. Goes under center.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout.
We're going to get a timeout by Coach Larson. With that, you're listening to the 2023 Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening on the FM radio dial at 98.3 KADQ.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit readyusa.com. We are ready.
The season continues to roll on as the Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team will pack up, hit the road to take on the Tabiona Tigers in a region matchup. I'm Aaron Pulling, inviting you to join us on 98.3 KADQ as well as live video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. We got 3rd down and about 13 for the Rebels. Hoffman in the shotgun, fakes the pass. They're going back to the Statue of Liberty play that worked a little while ago. Drake Weston makes 2 guys miss. Gets up to the 48-yard line where he's taken down there by number 21.
Brockton Walker. And he's shaken up on the play as he's getting a little help from his teammates, making his way back towards the sideline.
And Drake did real good on that one to gain a few extra yards. He made a couple guys miss there coming around the outside. They kind of had that Statue of Liberty play scouted a little bit, and Drake did what he needed to make a few guys miss. So Coach Larson's going to bring out the punt team again. So we got Desch back to punt. And back deep is 24 Carson Erdley. And Desch gets off a high punt. Fielded about the 15 by Erdley where he's in full stride, and he's taken down there by 23, Drake Weston.
That's a gutsy move on Erdley's part to catch that on the run and take off. That's not an easy thing to do.
And so the Buffaloes are going to take over on their own 42-yard line. So pretty good return there from 15 to the 42 for Erdley. And he was full stride when he caught that ball.
Yep.
So
you don't cradle that enough, and that's going right out of your shoulder pads to the opposite direction.
So we'll see what our Rebels defense can come up with here. Platts in the shotgun, hands off to Erdley around the right side. He's met in the backfield by number 3, Samuel Leifson. He's going to drop him for a 2-yard loss. It's a heck of a play by Samuel coming up from his corner spot there. And, you know, I know you don't like to brag about him, but watching him play this year, he's come alive and he's hitting hard.
He's added some weight and some height, and for some reason he's got a little bit more fight in him. So
that brings up a 2nd and 12 for the Buffaloes from their own 40-yard line. They're looking to the sideline to get the play. Platts in the shotgun again. We got 2 receivers over here to the left, a slot to the right, and one slot. Erdley goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Jay Schultz. And a little extracurricular activity there. But Schultz gets up to the 48-yard line.
Samuel in on that tackle as well, but I didn't see who was helping him.
My attention kind of went to
the extracurricular
Carter
stuff,
and
yeah.
extracurricular, so I didn't see who made the tackle. But that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Buffaloes from the.
This will bring up a.
So far, Cullen, the center of the field has been the best spot for the Buffaloes. It's been the outside. The Rebels have been able to shut that down, but up the gut's been the challenge.
Once again, Platts in the shotgun. One guy next to him, 3 receivers to the left. He's going to step back and throw a little bubble screen to Erdley. And Carter Hoffman with the shoestring tackle there. He just dove right for his feet, was able to trip him up. That's going to make it a loss of 2. Loss of 3, actually. So that's going to bring up 4th and, well, it was 3rd and 5, right? So that loss of 1.
Looks like Landon Solis is coming in. He's the punter and the kicker.
Landon Solis with the punt.
And back deep is Riker Hoffman.
Barely got that punt away.
And he's going to pick that up at about the 14-yard line. Makes one guy miss around the outside. He's going to be taken down about the 32-yard line.
Buffalo, 31-yard line.
Gus Roden, number 34, in on that tackle. I couldn't see who the second player was, but gutsy move by Riker to catch that one. Not square to the field, but a good return.
I bet you can guess who that second player was. It was Erdley.
Was that Dell? There you go.
We've called his name a few times already today. So the Rebels are going to take over on their own 32-yard line. They walk to the line. You got a receiver right, one wide to the left, couple slots. Samuel goes in motion, little end around to Drake Weston where he's met by Jay Schultz. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And that was a good open field tackle by Schultz. He squared up, stepped into Drake, and made a nice tackle. So.
He is definitely one of the leaders on the Buffalo teams on defense.
And Carter Hoffman's in the shotgun here with Noah Perry next to him. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. The snap, Carter's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Dash. And that is intercepted over Dash's head at the 49-yard line of Mountain View. It's intercepted by
number 2. That would be Isaac Linford. And that is your first turnover of the season, Cullen.
And Dash was right there. Dash jumped, and we said it in 8-man. There's not many guys that can cover Dash when he's doing that. Well, Linford just made a heck of a play over the top of Dash to take that ball right out of his hands. And with that, we're going to go to break because Mountain View is going to take a timeout. You're watching your Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening on 98.3 FM KADQ.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. I'm Cullen Pace with Rob Leifson on the broadcast today. We're in the second quarter of a Rich Rebel football game with 6 minutes left on the clock. And Linford just made one heck of a play to pull that right out of Desch's hands to get the first turnover for the Rebels this year. So they're going to take over first down from their own 49-yard line. Platt's in the shotgun. And he's going to hand to Schultz up the middle. And he's met by a host of Rebels there. Look, and carries 2 or 3 guys for a gain of 3 yards there. So
Schultz is the main horse for the Buffaloes, or I should say the main Buffalo for the Buffaloes. He's got 32 carries so far this season, 209 yards and a touchdown.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Buffaloes from the Rich Rebel 48-yard line. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, 1 lone back. They fake the end around and give up the middle to Schultz, where he's met by Carson Muirbrook and Jordan Johnson. Right at the line of scrimmage, they bring him down, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, great play by Carson Muirbrook on that one.
Looks like you got Isaac Linford's going to come far to the left here with us as Buffaloes look to the sideline to get their play. Platt steps up, looks around, makes sure his team's ready. Sends Erdley in motion. Snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Lutz gives him a little pressure. Jordan Johnson's chasing him, and as he's running, he still finds Erdley down there.
Carson Erdley tackled.
Looks like it's going to be right at the 40-yard line.
Actually, they're going to give him the first down. That was he was just buying time.
And that was just a good scramble. He continued to look downfield, and he found Erdley there. Great pass, great catch.
And a good call by Erdley to know exactly where he needed to be for the first down. He was standing right on the first down marker. Tackle made by Riker Hoffman. I'm surprised at how much they're putting the ball in the air. They're usually run heavy, but it's working for them.
Platt's back in the shotgun, sends Erdley in motion. Looks like an option to the right. Platts is going to keep it. He's going to get up to the 33-yard line, brought down by Dash.
And Cason Johnson, number 10, along with Raiden Lutz, number 12.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 3 for Mountain View.
Got about 3.5 minutes on the clock before halftime.
Platt's calling his cadence again. Takes the snap, high snap. He bobbles it. And we're sending the house on this one. He's chased down, and he just gets rid of it. That's a heck of a play again by Platts just to get rid of that ball. And Coach Lex Cornea there he sent the house on that blitz.
He did. He had 4 guys in the backfield, but Platts' feet saved that one from a loss of yardage. Brings up a 3rd and short.
3rd and 3 for the Buffaloes. They look to the sideline to get their play.
Referees are huddling up. They're trying to decide if this one is going to be
intentional grounding.
I'm not sure if the ball made the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're going to throw the flag on it.
They're going to throw the flag, and Walk's not happy with it. He's halfway to the hash marks. And that intentional grounding is a penalty plus a loss of down.
That will result in a loss of a down.
It actually is going to be worse than the sack would have been.
Because it's from the spot plus the loss of down.
And here comes your punter, Landon Solis, the junior.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and probably Mountain View for the Mountain View Buffaloes. So that is,
long for the Buffaloes back to receive.
well, about 4th and 13 is all. That's not too bad. It still brings out the punter. And you got Riker Hoffman and Jaden Dash deep for the Rebels. And looks like Coach Walk's going to call another timeout. So we're going to take another break. You're listening to Rich Rebel Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. I'm Cullen Pace with Rob Leifson, bringing you a Rich Rebel football presentation. We got 4th and 13 for the Mountain View Buffaloes from their own 44-yard line. Little low snap. Solis does a great job to get that one off. Riker's going to field it at the 5, makes one guy miss. And he's going to get back to about the 19-yard line where he's brought down by number 10, Race Carr.
That was a great job by Solis to even get that punt away. Bad snap. He handles it. That football does not bounce the way you want it to, but he was able to get that kick away. 3 minutes to go in the halftime. Let's see what the Rebels can do.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 9-yard line with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. It would be nice for them to make a drive here, score, because Mountain View does get the ball to start the second half. So let's see what the Rebels can come out and do here. Looks like it's a design draw to Carter Hoffman. He's going to gain about 6 to the 25.
34, Gus Roden on the tackle, and number 21, Brockton Walker back in the game. He had left earlier, shaken up a little bit.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Rebels here.
Clock still running.
Yeah. And comes back to the keys of the game. I mean, yeah, it's probably hurry up time, but patience still. Find them holes. Take what Mountain View will give you. And Carter's going to line up under center this time. Sends Riker Hoffman in motion. That's going to be a give to Noah Perry up the gut. He bounces it to the outside. Spin move. Great second effort by Noah there to even gain some yards because he was hit at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like he's going to pick up 2.
Tackle made by number 11, Paxton Walker. He's a senior.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Rebels.
Not a lot of seniors on this Buffalo team. This is a young team. They're going to be strong for several years to come.
Down under 2 minutes. And just a quick quarterback keeper right up the middle with Carter Hoffman. Going to get the first down, following them big uglies, as Coach Larson likes to call them. And it looks like Carter's going to have to come out for a play where he lost his helmet. So that is going to bring up 1st and down for the Rebels on their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, looks like the Rebels going to take a timeout.
Yep. Coach Larson's going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout here. You're listening to Rich Rebel Football on my local radio and on the FM dial 98.3 KADQ.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Rich Rebels just had a run by Carter Hoffman for a first down, so first down and 10 with 1:36. And we're going to go to Rob Leifson for an update with the volleyball team. Carter Hoffman is going to have to come off for one play.
Yeah, it's a little strange having to do double duty here. We've got the volleyball game going on against Wendover inside the gym. Rebels took the first set 25-18, and the JV team swept in 3 sets.
So that's going to bring out the sophomore Jet Holmes under center. First and 10 Rebels, and he's going to run the option to the outside, keep it, and he's going to get drilled by Gus Roden there.
We mentioned there isn't a lot of seniors on the Buffalo team, but that is one of them, and he is all over the stat sheet. And Jet Holmes is welcome to be back on the sideline for a few minutes, I think.
Gus Roden told Jet there, welcome to varsity football.
You got a minute on the clock, and it is rolling.
Jet did gain 2 on the play. It's going to bring second and 8 from the 35-yard line. Carter Hoffman back in the game in the shotgun, takes a snap, steps back to pass, looking for Dash. He's not there. Steps through it, would-be sack, throws the ball, and Noah can't quite bring it in one-handed. That's a heck of a scramble there by Carter Hoffman. He's a little slow getting up. It's going to bring 4th down and 7 for the Rebels from their own 35-yard line.
You got 40 seconds on the clock, Cullen. Do you throw one more play? You don't want to turn the ball over on downs and give it to Mountain View on your own 35-yard line, so I would expect to see a punt.
Well,
it's only 3rd down.
I was wrong. It's only 3rd down.
There we go.
3rd and 7. 40 seconds left. You got time for a couple more plays. So we're going to line up Daniel Smith to the right, 3 receivers including Desch to the left, and a draw play for Hoffman up the middle. And he's going to gain 2 yards. And that's going to be another timeout here by Coach Coach Walk is going to call this timeout. So we will take a break also. You're listening to the 2023 Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back once again to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. I'm going to go to Rob Leifson real quick for another update with the volleyball team.
They just took the second set 25-7. Shout out to Kim Wilson, who has provided me my information.
Okay, so we're coming back. 35 seconds left. 4th and 5. Rebels have the ball on their own 38-yard line. We got 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Oh, nope, they're lined up in punt formation, excuse me. And they just drew Erdley offside, so that's going to should
give him a first down.
Give him a first down.
Penalty on the play, that'll be offsides on Mountain View.
Well, Erdley had he's been causing damage all day long. I can't imagine that
first down for the Rebels.
He was ready to run. Just a little bit earlier, that hard count from Carter got him.
I think Coach Walk there was coming for the ball, so that, I mean, why not? You're this late in the half. So that gives new life here to the Rebels. 35 seconds left. Ball on the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Figure we're going to air it out here. Nope. Hoffman's going to run the option to the left side, and he's going to be brought down the 49-yard line.
Carter Hoffman with a
Don't know if he stayed inbounds. Looks like the
Coach-
clock's still going.
Coach Larson's telling him to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. It looks like he wants to spike the ball. The Rebels aren't hurrying. And we're going to get a timeout here by Coach Larson with 10 seconds left. So with that, we'll take a timeout also. You're watching your 2023
The
Rich
best
Rebels
trips away
football
from
team
home
on my
always
local
come
radio
when you know
and
you're among
98.3
friends. This is
FM.
Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
And once again, welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. As Coach Larson breaks the huddle there after that timeout. 9 seconds left to go, 2nd and 4 on the Rebels' own 49-yard line. You would have to guess they're going to try to air it out here.
Yep.
I thought they would last play. Incomplete, it stops the clock. And Carter in the shotgun, steps back, looking, and he finds Desch, and Desch isn't quite able to hang on as he's running that cross route. And that was Linford again on the defense. So
yep. He's shaking up a little bit on the play, but he's the one that came up with the interception earlier in the game.
So you got 3rd and 4 for the Rebels from their own 49-yard line, 3.2 seconds left. So you got to guess this will be the final play of the half unless there's a defensive penalty here. And Coach Larson, 3 seconds left. You might as well send it to the end zone. You got Daniel Smith out here to the right. Backfilled, and it's going to be a handoff to Hudson Perry up the middle. He's going to fumble the ball, picked up by the Rebels. I didn't quite see who. Looks like that was picked up by number 56, Kason Huffaker. So that's going to be your half, a 0-0 ball game, and we will be right back. You're watching your Rich Rebel football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious, and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
It's homecoming week, as the Rebels will welcome in the Kemmer Rangers for the homecoming festivities. The Rebels looking to repeat a performance from last year where they hung a bagel on the Rangers. I'm Aaron Poling, inviting you to join us on 98.3 KADQ, as well as tune in live online with live video coverage on mylocalradio.com.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
The season continues to roll on as the Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team will pack up, hit the road to take on the Tabiona Tigers in a region matchup. I'm Aaron Poling, inviting you to join us on 98.3 KADQ, as well as live video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back to your Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. We are going to go into the Hometown Drive-In halftime show. And once again, we'd like to thank all our sponsors for what they do for these kids and allow us to broadcast these for everybody sitting at home. When we come back, we will have an interview with your T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week. And this week, that is going to be Violet Taylor, or as she puts it, V-Swizzle. So we will be right back. You're watching your Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Here with this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week, that's Violet Taylor. Violet, how you doing today?
Good.
You guys coming off a pretty good week where you take care of Tabiona and Altamont as they are two of your conference rivals. What does it feel like to get back on the winning side of things?
It's really kind of a pick-me-up from the last few games, and we just, it's nice to win again, you know?
So you guys have a really tough schedule to start every single year with the Cokeville Invitational, and you guys set it up that way on purpose. It makes you guys better as a team. What positives have you seen from the Cokeville Invitational?
Some very smart people that I know always say that you learn more from losing than you do from winning. I think that's very true in this situation. That's why we put it there. Is we hope to win, but we don't expect to win every single game, and that's why we go to learn.
So you guys did get back on the winning side. It's your senior year, a little bit more of a leadership role from you this year. Can you talk about some of the adjustments you've had to make from being a junior coming into your senior year?
It is hard because we had some really good leadership last year, and it was good to learn from them, but it is different being a leader now in that position. But I think that we've come into it really well, all of us, and that we've created a really cool team culture.
For last year, at least, your dad was the principal, and, it's kind of a different dynamic that not a lot of kids are going to get in their high school career where one of their parents is the principal. Now that he has moved on, what's it like been for you for these first week and a half where, he's not there?
I miss him sometimes. It's nice to have him there and just him to be in the school and we can discuss things that have been happening. But it's been cool also to see what it's been like. There's pluses and minuses to both situations. So
senior year, it's go time for you. What do you want to accomplish here in your senior year? You've accomplished a ton as an athlete, as an academic. What more do you want to accomplish?
I think this year is kind of about enjoying what I have left in this high school, but also realizing that this isn't the end and that this is just the beginning of my life. So there's also a piece of that getting ready for what I want to do after high school. So
any thoughts or, plans that you have so far? You technically are the fastest woman in the Utah State history.
I don't know about that, but mostly I want to focus on my education after I graduate from Rich High School and maybe pursue some athletics, but that's not the priority right now. So
one last thing for you. What should the world know about V-Swizzle, Violet Taylor?
That she's ready to make some waves.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need. plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Established in 1872, Woodruff, Utah has a long history of good neighbors helping each other succeed. Woodruff was built with hard work, integrity, and a sense of community that can be felt every time you visit. We have always celebrated all students in academics and extracurricular activities, and we cheer on our rich rebels. Woodruff, Utah, a great place to live.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we continue with our Hometown Drive-In halftime show. We appreciate Violet Taylor with the interview of our T7 Propane standout student. Violet is also this year's homecoming queen. I'm not sure if I got the royalty in the right order, but Jack Bell will be your king, Violet the queen, and Jaden Desch, Noah Perry are the knights for King Bell, and Janie Wallenstein and Ava Ellsworth, I believe, are the attendants to Queen Violet, and Nia Jolly and Raiden Lutz are your jester and jestress. First half highlights from the town of Woodruff and Cullen. There's not a lot of highlights because this has been one defensive battle. I think the two busiest players have been number 53, Jordan Solis, the kicker for the Buffaloes, and number 5, Jaden Desch for the Rebels, because they've punted the ball back and forth to each other several times. The Rebels did have an opportunity with the first possession. They had the first offensive possession, and Jaden Desch hit the upright on the right-hand side with the field goal attempt that fell off that side. Mountain View punted on the next possession, and they exchanged punts back and forth. A great return by Carson Erdley had put the Buffaloes in good position. Unfortunately, they were unsuccessful on a fourth down attempt. And then you had an interception by Isaac Linford, the first turnover by the Rebels this season, and we mentioned that as one of the keys at the first part of the game. Jaden Desch returned the favor later on with an interception of his own, but this has been a defensive struggle. These two offenses that average about 350 yards. We don't have the stats because can't multitask that much, but I would say neither team is probably over about 100 on the offensive side of the ball.
Definitely. I mean, if they've reached 100, it would be amazing. There was the one play with Carter to Desch, probably a 40-yard gain, somewhere around that. Yeah, like you said, it's been a defensive struggle, and I think the defensive lines on both sides of the ball, both teams, the defensive line is the difference. They're not giving up anything. They're getting the penetration. So I think in the second half, whichever offensive line steps up, that team's going to be the winner. So
we talked about it in the keys of the game, the turnover, and it's 1-1, so you're still staying even on that one. The defense is the other key, and the depth, I think, of the Rebels may come into play because you've been able to use a lot of players in that 8-man, running them in and out. That experience hopefully will bode well for the Rebels in the second half.
It could go the other way for the Rebels also because they're not playing as much, so they could get winded where the Buffaloes are 2-0 and their lines have played full games. So it'll be an exciting second half upcoming. We're going to take another break here. You're listening to the Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
Whether you're recovering from an injury, just had surgery, or you're dealing with a chronic condition, Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. In addition to the top-of-the-line facilities, we are the only physical therapy clinic in Southwest Wyoming with a full-size therapy pool and spa for aquatic-based treatment. Call today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a hometown drive-in halftime show where there's about 2 minutes left in half. Both teams have come back on the field. Rob, we had quite the treat there at halftime. We got to watch the junior cheerleaders perform for us. That was pretty neat to watch. I always like when the little ones are out there performing. They sure enjoy it. They love it, and it's fun to watch. And about the only thing that's probably just as fun to watch is all the parents on the side and the grandparents and the siblings that are over here with all their phones out trying to capture every little bit of that minute. We got a little bit of it on the film, but obviously we didn't have the sound of the music going with them. But, yes, that's definitely a highlight for the season, and look forward to seeing that again during basketball. Yeah, and once again, we would like to thank each and every one of our sponsors allowing us to put this game on so people can sit at home and watch. We'd much rather have a lot of people out here to the game cheering on your Rebels or your Mountain View Buffaloes, but if you can't make it, it's sure nice to have those sponsors so we can bring this game to you. And like we said, Rob, coming out here, I think it's whichever offensive line steps up, makes the blocks they need to, that's who's going to win this game here. Yeah, we'll see what kind of adjustments they've made in the locker room. I'm going to roll the dice and say that watch out for some trickery in the second half, because when you get a game like this where you seem to be evenly matched, sometimes it's a little bit of a wrinkle that either can go really well for you or it can go awry the other way and flip the momentum to the other side of the ball. But the Rebels will be kicking off Jaden Desch to tee it up, and the Buffaloes will take the south end of the field. So we're about ready. 13 seconds left for some second half action. It looks like to me the Buffaloes are actually going to be on the north end of the field. It's where your white hat usually goes, is where the receiving team's going to go. But the Buffaloes seem to be going the other way, so we'll see here what's going to happen. A little confusion on the field. They don't know where they want to go. Acts like you're right. They're going to take the north end. Yep. So Dash will be kicking south to north or right to left on your radio dial. And we're back to going to be back to action here shortly. And as you said, Rob, Jaden Dash is going to be teeing it up. I don't know the exact stats, but I would say probably 40% of Dash's kicks this season so far have been touchbacks. He does have a leg on him. Back deep, we've got Brockton Walker and Carson Erdley for the Buffaloes. They stand on about the 6-yard line. Dash steps up, puts a foot to the ball, and it's going to field about the 6th by Erdley. He's going to take it straight up the middle, gets a couple blocks. Jaden Dash misses, and good block by number 8 there, and Erdley's going to take this one to the house. We don't see any flags on the field, so maybe we were wrong, Rob. Maybe it's not the offensive lines. It's going to be the special teams to pick it up. So he caught that one in the full stride, and he got held up a little bit, but that's one of those situations where you got to wrap up. Erdley with what looks like a 94-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and he just took that right up the middle. Desch stepped up there, didn't wrap up, and Erdley broke the arm tackle. And so we're now 6-0.
We have number 53.
And Brandon Solis is going to line up for the extra point with Race Carr as the holder. He hit a 46-yard field goal. Snap. Hold. The kick is up, and it's good. So we got 7-0 Buffaloes. That was close to blocked, Rob. Unfortunately, I know who that was, and I'll have to ask him about that one when he gets home. He made a good play around the end. So with that, you're listening to the Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ. We got time for a break. We'll take a little.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth, and Landon Solis puts a foot to it, puts it into the end zone, out of bounds. It's going to be a touchback for him, so the Rebels will take over on the 20. And after that kickoff return on the Station on Main scoreboard, you got Mountain View Buffalo 7, the Rich Rebels nothing, and Rich will take over on their own 20-yard line. We still have 11:42 left in the third quarter. Let's see if Rich can come out and answer here. And going back to Coach Larson's interview, team was turning around yelling for more players on the field. A little confusion for the Rebels. Pass by Carter Hoffman's going to be short, intended for Drake Weston, and Carter gets leveled by 53, Landon Solis.
I don't know if you saw that, Cullen, but that was the little trickery. You had Drake Weston lined up right next to the referee. He was wide open, but the pass could not get to him.
Yeah,
I didn't see who put the pressure on Carter, because I was watching what Drake was doing over by the referee.
It was Landon Solis that put the hit on Carter. Drake was running, looked like he was coming off the field and stopped just short of coming off. And now we're going to have a little reverse to Drake. He breaks it to the outside, breaks one tackle, slides down to the 30-yard line. It's going to be very close to a first down if it isn't. And looks like they're going to put it about a yard shy, so that's a 9-yard gain for Drake. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Rebels.
Nice block by Jaden Desch on that outside edge to give Carter just a little bit more space.
And a little quick count snap by Hoffman. Straight up the middle behind
quarterback keeper by Hoffman.
Lineman, and it's going to be a Rebel first down. Probably a gain of 2 there for Hoffman. I didn't see who made the tackle there. The whole host of Buffaloes were right there. So
I'll give some credit to Kobe Jones, number 76, right there in the center.
I'm sure Connor Staley was mixed in there too, number 64. The Rebels come back to the line again. Hoffman under center. Sends Drake Weston in motion. Little end around to Riker Hoffman. That's read by Connor Staley, number 64. Tackle for a loss, for about a loss of 3. So that's going to bring up 2nd, 13.
Yeah, he read that one really well. Caught him from behind.
I think that's actually a pull. That tackle pulls, and he just comes straight through the line, done exactly what you're supposed to, and caught Riker from behind. Rebels are taking a little time in the huddle here. Carter breaks them.
Got the 10 count.
Little extra instruction to Riker Hoffman there. Carter in the shotgun, takes a snap, steps back to pass, quick pass to Riker, can't handle it. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and
14 for the Rebels.
3rd and 13, 14 for the Rebels here.
Number 24, Carson Erdley, if we mentioned his name.
I don't think I've heard it today, Rob.
I think I need about $1 for every time we have mentioned it. He was on coverage. And we've got an update from the volleyball team after this play.
Rebels line jogs up, gets set. Carter in the shotgun takes a snap. It's going to be an option out here. Carter keeps it. Going to take it to about the 30-yard line. Oh, maybe the 31. So it looks like that's going to bring up a 4th and 10 for the Rebels. I'm pretty sure Dash will be back to punt again on this one.
Back to receive the punt.
You got Erdley back.
Number 24, Carson Erdley.
And
Number 5, Jaden
Brockton Walker, number 21, deep for the Buffaloes. The snap, the punt. It's going to be a short punt by Dash. And it looks like it's going to go out of bounds at the Rebels' 42-yard line.
Special teams, once again, Cullen, that's going to give the Buffaloes a short field as they're already 10 yards into the Rebel territory. The Lady Rebels, meanwhile, have made a clean sweep of Wendover. It was 25-18 in the first set, 25-7 in the second set, and 25-14 in the third set.
So Justice Platt's in the shotgun, and it's that quarterback draw right up the middle. Read pretty good there by Carson Muirbrook. Platts is going to pick up one. Going to bring second down and 9 for the Buffaloes.
Justice Platts, the ball carrier, tackled by number 68, Carson Muirbrook. Bring up a second and 9.
Yeah, it picks up one on the play.
I still like that formation by Walk, and you just send them 2 running backs right in front. He gets to choose a hole. The Buffaloes are looking at the sideline, get their play. They've got it. And once again, Platt's in the shotgun. I don't think we've seen him under center today, have we?
Not that I know of.
The snap, he's going to step back to pass. He's getting some pressure from Kason Huffaker, and Huffaker's going to get the sack.
Actually, Kason Johnson, number 10.
Johnson, sorry, that's my bad.
Third and long for the Buffaloes.
And I don't think Platts knew that he was behind him at all. That was lucky he held onto the ball.
And that's going to take it back all the way back to the Mountain View Buffaloes' own 47-yard line.
There's a good chance that he can knock that out of his hand at that point. And nice tackle by Kason coming off that edge.
I got a little confused there, Rob. I seen number 10, and I just about said Hunter Pace.
I can't imagine why, Colin. If you don't know, that would be his son Hunter's number from the last 4 years.
Platt's in the shotgun again. Gets a snap. He's going to run the option to this right side pitch to 13 Schultz. And he's going to break a couple tackles, brought down by Jordan Johnson, tripped him up, and Carter Hoffman finished the play. That's going to take it to the 34-yard line, so it's going to be 4th and 2.
4th and 2.
Perfect time on that pitch.
Platts has got good footwork. He's smart. He's making the right decisions, so see if the Rebels defense can come up with a big 4th down stop again. It's going to be that run by Platts. He's going to get the first down, brought down by Carter Hoffman and Samuel Leifson.
Brought down by Samuel Leifson and Carter Hoffman.
Take it up to about the 28-yard line, Buffalo first down. 7:03 remaining here in the third quarter. Clock running, Platts turns to the sideline, get the play. That's one of them plays, Rob, where as a defensive line coach, you just tell your guys, you know what, hit your knees, make a pile. So the Buffaloes first and 10 from the Rebels' 28-yard line. Graydon Lutz coming up like he's going to blitz. Looks like they picked it up pretty well. Lutz backed out, and Platts fumbled. No, he stepped out of bounds first. That's a pretty good hit by Dash to punch that ball out there. Platts had stepped out of bounds first, so that's going to be another first down for the Buffaloes about the 11-yard line.
And the running game for the Buffaloes seems to be clicking pretty good. They made some adjustments at halftime.
It does. Their offensive line stepped up, making the right blocks. Rob, I just got a text from Hunter. He said I can go ahead and call it number 10, Hunter Pace. He'd be okay with it.
All right.
Platts in the backfield and shotgun, takes a snap, going to hand off to Schultz. Schultz to the right side, and he's going to get wrapped up after a gain of about 3.
Looks like Riker Hoffman and
Jordan Johnson on that tackle.
Yep.
You said Schultz is the workhorse, and I think Platt's probably done most of the work today, but when Schultz has got the ball, he's gained 3-4 yards at least every play. So that's all you can ask for as a coach, 3-4 yards. Platts takes a snap. He's going to take it by himself up the middle. Dash trips. And Kason Johnson, number 10, steps in, makes the tackle after a gain of about 3 again.
That was a great cut by Platts. Jaden Desch was asking if he got his knee down, but I can't say that I saw that.
That's going to bring up 3rd and looks like 1.
Yeah, definitely 4-down territory.
Well, they do have a kicker. We have talked about that, but they didn't do it earlier in the game, so they turn to the sideline to get their play. They've got their play. Platts takes the snap, a designed quarterback draw again.
And he's in.
And he's in for the touchdown. And it looks like Kason Johnson's shaken up on the play. So I think we'll go to break. You're watching the Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
Buying or selling real estate can be fun, especially when you have a realtor that's working hard on your behalf. Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty have unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise. The team at Bear Lake Realty will work to get you the best price. Whatever you're looking for, buying or selling, residential, commercial, year-round living, half shares, quarter shares, or income property, hire the best real estate company, Bear Lake Realty. Log on today, bearlakerealty.com.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. We still do have a player down on the field. So with that, we're going to go to the Bear Lake Realty fan cam, brought to you once again by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee over there in Garden City.
Well, if you're wondering why everybody's on the knee, that's because they're trying to give some good vibes to Talon Pace.
Oh, it was Talon.
Who is just getting back up with some help from Coach Larson, and your sweet wife, Shay, is out there to make sure that her son is okay. But you've got a good line of fans along the outside edge, as well as some good fans across the way. We get in trouble, Cullen, for some reason every time we show fans because they don't know that they're on camera.
Sign those releases?
That's the great thing about that, though. We don't want them to know.
And you've got a pretty good contingency from Mountain View across the way as well.
So that's going to bring up Landon Solis for the extra point. Right now we're 13-0 on your station on main scoreboard. The snap, the hold, the kick, and the kick is good. So that's 14-0 on the station on main scoreboard. And we will be right back. You're watching your Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
Whether you're recovering from an injury, just had surgery, or you're dealing with a chronic condition, Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. In addition to the top-of-the-line facilities, we are the only physical therapy clinic in Southwest Wyoming with a full-size therapy pool and spa for aquatic-based treatment. Call today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful Blue Water and Bear Lake Raspberry Shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Landon Solis is going to step back to kick deep for the Buffaloes. We got Drake Weston and Riker Hoffman deep for the Rebels. And we're 14-0 on your station on main scoreboard. And Solis gets hold of that one again, and that's going to be another touchback. So your Rich Rebels will take over on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. 4:56 left in the third quarter. And Rob, go back to the keys of the game. The Rebels have got to keep their heads.
Yep, got to be patient. You can't get it all back in one shot, but this is going to show some character for the Rebels as they find themselves in a hole for the first time this year.
Buffaloes come out, third quarter, they put up 14 points on the board. So, and the Rebels have proved they can put up more than 14 in a quarter, and you have just over a quarter left to play. So just keep your head, play ball, see what happens here. Carter Hoffman in the shotgun. Option play, and it's read perfectly.
Landon Solis not only can kick, but he's probably got 4 or 5 tackles in this ball game as well.
So that's going to be a loss of 3. So we're going to go 2nd and 13 for the Rebels.
Who's taking the center spot there, Cullen?
Talon's back out there.
Is he?
So, yeah. I've seen that at the snap of the ball there. I've been looking for him on the sideline, and he's back out, so that's good to see. 2nd and 13 from the Rebels from their own 17. Carter under center, takes a snap, handoff to Drake Weston up the middle. And he might have got a half a yard there. So that's going to bring 3rd down, 13 for the Rebels.
Number 76, Colby Jones, leading the Buffaloes that clogged that hole up pretty quickly. Not only did the Buffaloes get the sideline for the offensive play, but it looks like they looked to the sideline for the defensive call as well.
Yeah. So Carter Hoffman in the shotgun. They got trips right, Noah in the backfield, and it's going to be another quarterback draw. And once again, just read perfectly by Landon Solis, number 53, steps up from that DN position and just Noah Perry just ran right by him, and he just nice open field tackle on Carter Hoffman, and looks like Jaden Dash is going to get a little more action here in the backfield. So we got Erdley back for the Buffaloes and Brockton Walker, number 21. Dash is going to be kicking from his own 5-yard line. Snap, the kick. Gets off a better kick this time. It's going to bounce about the 49-yard line, picked up by Walker. He's going to come around this left side, and he is going to be grabbed and drugged down by Noah Perry right at the 50-yard line. So Buffaloes will take over 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line, leading 14-0 on your station on main scoreboard with 2:45 left on the clock.
They've had pretty good field position most of this game, starting several drives on the Rebel side of the field, but this one right at the halfway spot, right on the 50. It seemed like the Rebel defense were a little bit back on their heels on that last defensive set. We'll see what they can do here.
Platt in the shotgun. The snap, steps back to throw. And he finds 34, Gus Roden. He gets a block from Linford, and he's going to make it all the way down to the 24-yard line. That's a big pickup for the Buffaloes.
Great open field tackle by Jaden Dash, number 5, but I'm not sure who was supposed to have coverage because he was wide open in the middle of the field.
I think he was just a released tight end. Nobody picked him up, and he's definitely a threat. That's probably his 3rd catch this game. Platt's in the shotgun again. 2 guys in the backfield with him. And he's going to fake a handoff and throw to Erdley, and he's going to be met there by Drake Weston and Samuel Leifson for a gain of about 1. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Buffaloes from the Rich Rebel 23-yard line.
Shout out to the Buffalo offensive line. They've been giving Platts all the time he needs to make those calls.
And definitely, Buffaloes are going to take their time now, try to run as much time off the clock. As they look over the sideline, get the play from the coach. Platt's got the play, turns to the team, gets everybody set. Well, I'm guessing maybe the quarterback draw here with this formation we got. Oh, sends Erdley in motion. And an option to the left side. Read pretty well there by Riker Hoffman. Riker gets shaken off on the tackle. Erdley picks up about 5.
Brought down by Jaden Dash.
3rd and 5 for the Buffaloes.
And J.J. Chandler gets a breather coming off the field.
It's going to bring up about 3rd and 4 for the Buffaloes on the Rebel 19-yard line. Platts has got his play from the sideline. Trying the hard count.
And he may have got one of his own players.
Penalty on the play.
So we got some little laundry on the field. And we're going to have the umpire and the line judge have a little discussion, see what happens. Now we go to the referee.
The question is, did he get the Rebels to jump, or did they try to draw him offside with an offensive lineman making some movement?
And it's going to be a false start on the Buffalo, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. That's a different play call.
That is. Tried the hard count to try to get the defense to jump and got his own offensive line to jump.
The only person I seen on our defense move was Carson Muirbrook, but he definitely didn't get in the neutral zone.
And Coach Walk does not agree, of course, with the call from the Buffalo sideline. But regardless, it's being 5 yards walked off.
That was only 5-yard loss on.
Going to bring up 3rd and 9.
To a 3rd and 8 on the play.
Yeah, looks like 3rd and 9 from the 19. Platts looking to the sideline for the call. Coach Walk's over there still talking to the line judge. Platts gets a snap, looking to pass. And we're going to have a hold in the backfield as one of the Buffalo players basically tackles Carson Muirbrook, the D end.
Pass was intended for Paxton Walker. Samuel Leifson on the coverage knocked the pass down. The question now is, do you take the hold and make him go back, knowing that they've got a kicker that can put one through the uprights?
In a battle of field position, I think I accept the penalty here, Rob.
Looks like they're going to do so. Coach Walk talked in the pregame show in the coach's interview that one of the challenges the Buffaloes have had this year is some penalties, and he was hoping to clean those up. But there have been a couple that have slowed up the drive, the offensive drive for the Buffaloes.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 19 for the Buffaloes. 30 seconds remain here in the 3rd. Platts gets a snap, going to step back to pass. Screen pass set up for Erdley. And looks like he's going to pick up about 12.
That'll be the last play of the quarter. Jaden Dash, number 5, with the tackle. That was a good call.
So as we come back from break, it looks like it's going to be 4th and 6 for the Buffaloes from the Rich 21. You're listening to your Rich Rebel football team on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
It's homecoming week, as the Rebels will welcome in the Kemmer Rangers for the homecoming festivities. The Rebels looking to repeat a performance from last year where they hung a bagel on the Rangers. I'm Aaron Poling, inviting you to join us on 98.3 KADQ, as well as tune in live online with live video coverage on mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. We have 12 minutes remaining in this game where the visiting Mountain View Buffaloes.
They're lining up to make a field goal attempt.
They're ahead 14-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. The kick is up, and it is good. So Landon Solis shows his leg there. And that's going to bring the score 17-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
About a 37-yard kick. Made a 46-1 last week. That is a weapon most high school teams do not have, especially at a 2A level in Wyoming.
That's for sure. And, I mean, every kick he's had has been pretty close to that left upright, pretty accurate. He's got a leg on him, but he's shown that in his kickoffs too. 2 out of 3 touchbacks. And that itself is a pretty good weapon in high school football if you can put somebody on the 20 every time you kick the ball.
Well, obviously the Rebels paid the penalty for not doing that in first kickoff of the second half when Case and Eardley took one to the house.
Yep. So once again, we're going to have Landon Solis line up to kick deep. It's going to be Drake Weston and Riker Hoffman deep again for the Rebels. 11:55 remaining on the clock. And I don't know if you've noticed, Rob, but most kickers will go to the X we have marked on the field. Landon doesn't. He goes to that other hash mark.
We'll have to ask Aaron when he's back what maybe the philosophy is behind that, since he's a former kicker.
Probably just the direction he kicks. I done a little myself in high school, so I didn't have the legs neither one of these two have. And so Landon kicks this one. Drake's going to field it about the 3, get to the 20. He crosses the 15 where he gets hit by number 60 for the Buffaloes. That's Thomas. And I'm not even going to try that one, Rob. It's better to not mess it up, I guess, but number 60.
I'm going to go with the Eli Zondo.
But Drake returns to the 19-yard line where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10. And they have some work to do.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout by the Buffaloes.
Timeout, Mountain View. With that, we'll be right back. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. I'm Cullen Pace with Rob Leifson. Rob, I don't think Coach Walk really wanted to take that timeout, but it didn't look like they had enough players on the field.
Yeah, that's what. There was only 10 on the field, and he was trying to sneak one more on, and he realized that wasn't going to happen, so he used the timeout.
So the Rebels have some work to do. Let's see what Coach Larson comes up with right here. You know, it might be time to bring out a little more of that trickery we talked about at halftime too, Rob. So Carter under center. Sends Samuel Leifson in motion. Samuel gets the handoff, bounces outside, and he's going to gain 2.
Tackled by number 2, Isaac Linford.
2-on-3 crime. That's Isaac Linford with the tackle for the Buffaloes.
And we've said his name a few times today, too. He come up with that pick. And
yep, that interception was key.
I mean, that, like we said earlier, that was a great play. He pulled it right out of Desh's hands, and there's not many kids in the league we're playing in, 2A Wyoming or 8-man Utah, that's going to be able to do that from Desh. We got trips to the left, Hoffman under center, sends Noah in motion, little bubble screen. Drake had his guy blocked. Noah catching the ball first before he runs, doesn't see that. think he cuts that up inside. He gets a few more yards, but with that, he brings it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Rebels from their own 20-yard line.
I know this will be shocking to you, but number 13, Jay Schultz on the tackle. But you're right. I don't know if Noah realized where he was at on the field when he caught that.
Well, and he did what you're supposed to. You catch the ball first before you run, and he caught and turned, and they happened to be right there. So Hoffman under center, gets the snap, handoff. He pulls it, and he gets caught from behind by who else?
I think this one's Connor Staley, isn't it? 64?
Was it 64? You're right, it was. It was Carter Staley, which he's had a few other plays today. Big plays, so that's going to bring up 4th and 10 on the loss of 1 on that run. That's going to bring Dash back out. He's going to line up on his 6-yard line. And that's going to send Erdley deep to receive the snap. And Dash gets away a good high punt this time, and Erdley just backs away from it, and it's going to take a Rebel bounce, and it's going to be down by Noah Perry at the Mountain View 43-yard line. That's got 9:47 left in the 3rd quarter, 17-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And see what the Rebels defense can come up with here. Hopefully get a big stop, maybe even a turnover. We did have the one close turnover, but when Desch hit Platts earlier, Platts had stepped out of bounds before it. So let's see what the Rebels defense can come up with here as Platts looks to the sideline to get his call. And the team we didn't think would have confusion on players, Mountain View short again a player, and Walk sends a guy in late. Platts makes a call, sends a couple guys in motion. They get set, takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Erdley up the middle, where he is met by Raiden Lutz. And perfect tackle by the smaller Lutz. He just grabs hold of an ankle.
Yep, wrapped him up good and held on.
Erdley's going to gain 3 on that play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Buffaloes from their own 46-yard line as they look to the sideline to get their play.
Should give a shout out to the freshman sophomore team who played yesterday in Malad, lost in double overtime.
Heard that was a pretty good game. So clock running. I'm sure Buffaloes are going to take as much. Yep, he's waiting for the back judge to start counting. He's going to hand to Solis up, or not Solis, Schultz up the middle, excuse me. And he's just straight up the middle. Nice gain. Gets up to the 38-yard line. Mountain View first down from the Rebels 38.
Drake Weston, number 23, and Jaden Dash, number 5, on the tackle. And he had a full head of steam when he picked that or got that handoff. And once again, I think Platts will wait for the count.
The back judge to count, just trying to run as much time off the clock as they can. I don't think we're going to see any passing in this drive at all by Mountain View, and that's going to be a handoff up the middle to Erdley. Read perfectly by 65, Jack Bell. He's going to bring him down for a 3-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for the Buffaloes from the 41-yard line.
Yeah, my homecoming king made a great play on that one.
And there's definitely time on the clock for the Rebels. They got to keep their head, keep playing, play every down, play hard. Platts in the shotgun again. Rebels in a 5-man front. Hand off to Erdley up the middle. He's going to gain the original 3 back, get to the original line of scrimmage.
Looks like number 68, Carson Muirbrook, with the stop on that one. That's Raiden Lutz jumping in on that one as well.
Bring up a 3rd and 10 for Mountain View. I think we're a little, well, I don't know. He's got a leg. We might not be outside of field goal range. I think they'd gain 8 yards here, though. They might try another one.
Yep, they would.
Third and 10. Platts in the shotgun. Another 5-man front by the Rebels. 2 men in motion. They get set, snap. Little miscommunication in the backfield. Platts keeps it, and Carter Hoffman's going to bring him down at the 43-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So that's a loss of
about
5.
Yeah, 4 or 5. And the Rebels are going to take a timeout. That should put them out of field goal range.
And with that, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching the Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3
The best trips
KADQ.
away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. During the break there, the referees actually backed up the ball 1 more yard, so we're going to have a 4th and 16 coming up from the Rich Rebels 44-yard line. Looks like Mountain View's coming in to punt. Solis is back to punt. That puts Desch deep for the Rebels on about his own 5-yard line. The kick is low. Solis picks it up, gets it off. Nice high punt. Desch is going to let it bounce and go into the end zone for a touchback. So with that, the Rebels will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20, where this 6:34 left in the third, Rob, it's about do or die time for the Rebels.
Yep, you got to put points on the board. I think regardless of what happens on this one, you're seeing 4-down situation. So,
and you know, even if the Rebels are probably going to come out with a loss here. Let's end the game strong, march down the field on a good Mountain View defense, and put some points on the board, end with a positive note. Honestly, a couple bad plays on special teams. You had the kickoff return and a muffed punt. That's almost the difference in the game, other than the 3-point field goal, 37-yard field goal by Solis. Hoffman in the shotgun, stepping back to pass, looking. Gets flushed out of the pocket, still looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run to the left side where he's met by number 11.
Paxton Walker and also Gus Roden, number 34, in on the tackle as well.
Carter gets a gain of 6, so we're going to be 2nd and 4 for the Rebels, 6:25 remaining.
Carter does get out of bounds, which stops the clock, which with 6 minutes to go, you may not think that's a big deal, but that does give the Rebels a little bit more time to work with.
Well, down 17-0, that is a big deal. You want to keep as much time on the clock as you can. I mean, Mountain View's drive, they were waiting for the back judge to start counting. And Carter takes a snap, and he gets leveled from the backside by number 2, Linford. Another big play by Linford.
He was on the full blitz, and he was not picked up, and Carter, unfortunately, did not have any idea that he was coming from that blind side.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Rebels, and Linford just, full-out blitz, blind side, and just levels Carter Hoffman there. Carter got up pretty quick, so he's okay. 3rd and 12 from their own 18-yard line.
Now, the Buffaloes know that the Rebels are putting the ball in the air. They know that they put some pressure on the quarterback.
And looks like you got Brockton Walker one-on-one with Dash out here. And we're going to have some laundry on the field, and I do believe our guys left early.
Yep, it wasn't just one. I think there were 3 or 4 of them that all jumped in.
I don't know if that was left early or Talon just didn't get the snap off.
I will no, come on now, Cullen. I'm sure that it was the right count. I'm sure it was everybody else that was off and not Talon.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 17 for the Rebels from their own 13-yard line. Carter back in the shotgun. The snap, he's going to step back to pass, and he's going to look for Dash crossing the field, and we're going to have another flag on the play.
I think they're going to get Brockton Walker, number 21, on some pass interference, but 3 on Jaden Dash there, throwing that into triple coverage, but Jaden had position. He had a good look at the ball.
He did, and Jaden did a good job of not hitting the defense as he was coming through there. I think it was a little telegraph pass. That's why there was 3. But
well, and the Buffaloes are putting their ears back because they know the Rebels have got to make 15 yards to get a first down. So you know the ball's coming up in the air. Only a 10-yard penalty, though, so it's going to make it 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3, 5:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. 17-0 Mountain View on the Station on Main scoreboard. A little confusion.
Quarterback keeper on the play.
And that was Carter Hoffman on the quarterback keeper. By the looks of the line judge on our side, we're going to have the first down.
Gus Roden.
Several on the play, but Isaac Linford, number 2, who we've mentioned quite a bit today, was the one that ended up stopping Carter on that one, but it is enough for the first down.
Clock running with 5:20 left. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 31. Hoffman brings him to the line. He's in the shotgun, trips to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to roll out. Find Dash at the 40. Dash turns around, runs out, makes a good play, runs out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That's going to be real close to a first down.
That's right on the marker, but I think, I don't know. I doubt they're going to measure. They're going to bring it. That's first down. Nice catch by Jaden to come back to the ball.
It was, and then he got, it's almost like he knew where the first down was and stepped out of bounds right there. So Hoffman brings him back to the line. 1st and 10 Rebels from their own 42-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Noah Perry in the backfield. Carter goes under center this time. It's going to run the inside option. He pulls. He's going to pick up about
Hoffman, the ball carrier on the play, gain of 3.
4 by the looks of the
34, Gus Roden, and 50.
Bring up 2nd and 6 from the 46.
Number 34, Gus Roden on the tackle. One of the seniors on the Buffalo squad.
We've heard his name a few times today, too. He's had a couple nice catches. Stepped up from that linebacker position, made a few plays. And we're going to go back to the 2 receiver right, 2 receiver left. Carter's going to go under center. We got 4:23 remaining. 2nd and 6, and it's just a draw play for Carter up the middle, and he's going to break a couple tackles, get all the way to the Mountain View 39-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Rich.
Brought down by number 14, Jackson Sawyer, sophomore.
And that was a great job by our line there to open up that hole, and Carter just made the linebacker miss.
Yep. It was a good shifty move by Carter.
Good play call by Coach Larson. Hoffman back under center. And it's going to be the option the other way. He pulls, and he's going to gain about 2.
Carson Erdley, number 24, wrapped him up and pulled him back. Looks like we're going to get a timeout by the Rebels, so we'll take it as well.
You're listening to your 2023 Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Once again, welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. I'm Cullen Pace with Rob Leifson. We're 3:55 remaining in the fourth, 17-0 Mountain View on your Station on Main scoreboard. The Rebels are driving right now, though. It's 2nd and 7 on the Mountain View 36-yard line. I'd like to see Rich put some points on the board, build some confidence up going into next week's homecoming game with Kemmer. Noah Perry with a great block there as Carter Hoffman just brings it around the end. And that's going to be close to another Rich first down.
Carson Erdley, number 24, and number 14, Jackson Sawyer with the stop.
Carter needed 7. I think he got about 7.5 there, Rob. And looks like Rich is going to go no huddle. Trips to the left. Carson steps back to pass. Looking, sees Dash. I don't know.
I think that one's going to be
incomplete. Hit the ground.
The only good news on that is it stops the clock.
It does stop the clock.
Hard to make that throw on the run, and Jaden did a good job trying to open himself up for the reception, but ball was just a little bit underthrown. But when you're on the run like that, especially when you're getting ton of pressure from the defense. Understandable that one didn't quite have enough mustard on it.
And once again, he's throwing into double and triple coverage, and he put it the only place, and the only person that could have got that one was Dash.
Yep.
So smart play by Carter. The Rebels break the huddle here, run up to the line. Going to go trips left again, single Dash out to the right. Carter steps back, looks for Dash. And Dash isn't able to hold on, and once again, Linford on the defense there and made a play on the ball.
Yeah, I think that kind of distracted Jaden. Got his hands on it, but that's not an easy catch when somebody else has just ran in front of you.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 on the Mountain View 29-yard line. Like we said, we'd really like to see him just punch it in. 3:22 left in the game. Once again, trips left, and you're single and Dash out on the right. I think Dash got away with one there and left a little early. Great block by Riker Hoffman as Carter takes it around that left side, and he's driven out of bounds at the 5-yard line, it looks like.
Yep, Paxton Walker pushes him out, but you're right. Riker Hoffman, number 24, with a huge block on that corner to give Carter the outside edge.
And that's a great play call by Coach Larson there, because you've gone to Dash as you single him out over here on the right, and then just send Carter that to the left on just a sweep, just a blind sweep. And Riker made a heck of a block to open that one up. So that's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Rebels on the Mountain View 5. And Hoffman lines up under center. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and it's just the quarterback sneak, and it is read perfectly and probably lost a yard on that play. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal for the Rebels.
We'll give a group tackle to the defensive line on that one.
It was close to a no-huddle play there, but for the Rebels, they get back to the line quick. They did gather up real quick, and Carter's going to throw to Dash. And Dash is going to catch it this time over the top of 21, Brockton Walker. So that's going to put the Rebels on the board. 17-6 on your Station on Main scoreboard. 2:43 remaining in the 4th quarter. And that's a good play. I mean, Walker, it's not the NFL. You don't have to face the court. You don't have to turn to the ball. He just played, and he had his hands right in Dash's face, and Dash just reaches over top of him and makes the play. Great catch by Dash.
Almost the exact same play we saw earlier.
And we got a bad snap on the PAT. Dash is looking to throw. He finds Noah in the end zone, and it is dropped. No good. So that's going to be 17-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 2:43 left in the 4th. We'll be right back. You're watching your Rich Rebel football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth, where it's 2:43 left in the fourth quarter, 17-6 Mountain View on top on the station on main scoreboard. But Rebels come away with something positive. They score there. It's been a defensive struggle. We've had a few letdowns, had one big play for a score. It's been a very good game, a good defensive game. So let's see if the defense can step up, hold the Buffaloes here, and we'll go into next week for homecoming with a little bit of pride. Dash to kick, and we've only got one guy deep. He kicks the onside kick. It bounces through, and he touched it. Looked like to me Erdley touched it and tried to push it out of bounds.
Kick goes out of bounds.
They threw the flag on it, so I'm assuming they're guessing that he didn't touch it. But that'll put the ball on the 35.
Which that went out of bounds at the 25, so it's going to be a 10-yard. Yep, illegal procedure on the kicking team, so that's kick out of bounds.
The flag was an illegal procedure on the kicking team. That will place the ball on the Mountain View 35.
Mountain View will take over, 2:41 left. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. They look to the sideline to get the play. One man in motion. He's going to hand to Erdley up around that right side, and he's going to break a tackle, and one man to beat, and the 20, 10, and he's going to score on a nice big run. Talon just didn't quite have the speed to catch him there.
I'm wondering if the Rebels thought he was going to take a knee and just run on the clock, because it didn't seem like they were set up for that one.
Well, going back to what Coach Larson said in his interview, you got to play every play and play hard. So that's a nice run by Erdley. Going to bring on Solis to kick the extra point.
Solis to kick the extra point for the Buffaloes.
And the snap. The hold down. Kick is up. And it's going to go through. That's going to make it 24-6 on your station on main scoreboard, and we will be right back. You're watching your 2023 Rich Rebel football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Your score is 24-0 Mountain View on top on your station on main scoreboard. Solis is back to kick deep again with Riker Hoffman and Drake Weston back standing on their 3 and 2 respectively. Low line drive kick. Drake picks it up at the 1. He's going to return it out. He gets to the 15, the 20. Where he's met by a host of Buffaloes, carries a couple. Looks like he's going to end up about the 26-yard line where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10. 2:19 left to play in this game. We got to go back to have a little pride here. I mean, you may not put some points on the board, but at least drive the ball down the field.
Yeah, good chance to run your 2-minute offense since you have 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go.
We'll see what Coach Larson decides to do here. Rebels break the huddle. And looks like we're going to send trips left. Daniel Smith one-on-one on the right. Hoffman takes a snap, steps back to throw. He gets flushed, And he is going to be taken down for a sack back at the 21-yard line, and Coach Larson's going to take a timeout. And we will too. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth, where it's 2nd and 15 for the Rebels after that sack by Landon Solis. The Rebels have trips left, singled out on the right side. Carter takes the snap. He's going to be pressured again. He's going to get rid of the ball. He finds Desch at the 38-yard line, where Desch grabs a couple more yards. That's going to stop the clock for a first down. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 41-yard line.
Carson Erdley, number 24, and number 2, Isaac Linford.
There is some laundry on the field. I didn't see what the referee said there, but
roughing the passer on the Buffaloes. So adding a little bit of extra yardage to the end of the play.
So we're going to have to wait for the chains here. They didn't quite catch the flag either, but that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Rebels on the Mountain View 44-yard line. Carter takes a snap, looking left. He's going to decide to take it right up the middle. He's going to gain about 15. And he gained about 4 of those after contact.
Tackled by number 24, Carson Erdley.
Carson Erdley and Jackson Sawyer on the stop. But speed of Carter on that one got him another probably 8 yards.
That's another first down for the Rebels on the Mountain View 29. Carter takes a snap, looking left, finds Riker Hoffman over the middle. It's going to be a gain of 4 for Riker up to the 25-yard line.
Isaac Linford, number 2, with a quick tackle on that one. Nice crossing route by Riker.
1:29 remaining. We have some whistles. Carter spikes the ball. That's going to bring 2nd and 6 for the Rebels. 1:28 left to play. 3rd and 6. Sorry, excuse me.
I love the no-quit mentality.
I think that's what Coach Larson's trying to instill right here is, hey, yeah, the ball game may be over score-wise, but we're going to end with some pride.
Yep, we're going to play till the last whistle.
And Carter runs over and gets the play from Larson himself. He gets back into the huddle, relays the play. And Rich breaks the huddle, hustles up to the line, and the back judge is already counting. And we get the snap off. Carter looking to throw. He's going to throw to Noah Perry, and it is knocked out of his hands by Jay Schultz. Heard his name a few times today. That's going to bring up 4th down and 6.
You got pressure on Carter that time. Jaden was open on the left-hand side, but no chance Carter could see him because he was being flushed out of the pocket to the right.
3rd and 6 from the 25, Mountain View's 25-yard line. Rebels break the huddle, hustle up to the line. I was surprised Carter got that snap off because when they broke the huddle, the back judge was counting there. Carter takes a snap, steps back to pass. He feels a little pressure from the backside, does a nice step up, finds Jaden Desch on that left side. Jaden trying to break a few tackles. It's going to stop the clock because it's going to be a first down about the 10-yard line.
once again, Jaden makes a good move to come back to the ball when he sees his quarterback's in trouble to get that catch for a first down.
And once again, I lied. I'm wrong. It's at the 11-yard line, so
Carter spikes the ball to stop the clock with 1:08 left in the ball game.
It's going to bring 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line. 1:08 left. I mean, takeaway from anything is we're not quitting. I don't know. Mountain View still playing hard too. It's a good, hard-fought football game.
Yeah, this was everything it was advertised to be. Last year was a one-possession game. This has been a hard-fought one.
Carter takes a snap, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield.
Colby Jones, number 76.
Big number 76, Colby Jones. Loss of 2. 3rd and 12 for the Rebels. No huddle, less than a minute left. Carter takes a snap, steps back, looking for Dash in the corner, and it is knocked away by Brockton Walker. That's a heck of a defensive play by him. He just stepped in there, slapped the ball out of Dash's hands right at the last second.
Perfect timing on the...
And it looks like Coach Larson's going to try to go for it. I don't know, right here, I'd almost give Desh a chance to redeem himself from the first quarter, build his confidence up a little bit too.
I hadn't even thought about that one. That's not a bad call.
Good thing I'm not a coach, though.
That had not crossed my mind, but I like the idea. If this doesn't, well, 4th and...
47 seconds left, 4th and 13. Carter takes a snap. He's going to roll to his right, gets some pressure, steps up. He's going to try to get to the left, and he gets around the corner, and he looks like he stepped out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Rebels. Mountain View is going to take over on their own 5-yard line with 38 seconds remaining. I don't think Larson's going to take a timeout here. All you got to do is down the ball once, and that's going to be the ball game.
Yep.
So a little bit of hold up switching the balls here because it was a turnover on downs. So Mountain View's looking to their sideline to get the play.
Looks like Isaac Linford's in as the quarterback.
Yes.
No, Platt's there. He's just next to him.
And they're going to run a play. And Schultz comes up the middle, breaks to the left, and then met there by Dash and then a whole host of Rebels.
Schultz, the ball carrier on the play, a host of Rebels in on the tackle.
It's going to be a gain of about 7.
7-yard gain. Bring up
well, we thought they'd take a knee on the possession before.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Buffaloes. 10 seconds remaining.
Don't even need to snap it on this one.
Looks like Coach Walk is going to let the clock run out. So with that, we will be right back with your post-game show. You're listening to your 2023 Rich Rebel football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
The season continues to roll on as the Rich Rebels varsity volleyball team will pack up, hit the road to take on the Tabiona Tigers in a region matchup. I'm Aaron Pulling, inviting you to join us on 98.3 KADQ as well as live video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
It's homecoming week, as the Rebels will welcome in the Kemmer Rangers for the homecoming festivities. The Rebels looking to repeat a performance from last year where they hung a bagel on the Rangers. I'm Aaron Poling, inviting you to join us on 98.3 KDQ, as well as tune in live online with live video coverage on mylocalradio.com.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth, where wasn't quite the outcome we hoped for, but we did have some positive things today. The Mountain View Buffaloes come in and beat the Rich Rebels 26-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. I'm going to go to my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson, for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap.
Well, Cullen, after a 0-0 score at halftime, in 24 minutes of play with no score, it did take probably about 20 seconds for that to change quickly in the third quarter as Carson Erdley took the kickoff and went to the house and put the Buffaloes up 6-0 with the PAT. It was 7-0 with 11:42 to go in the third quarter. And the Buffaloes added to their lead with a 4-yard run from Justice Platt, 14-0, and then they added a field goal from Landon Solis to make it 17-0. The Rebels do get on the board with 2:43 to go in the game with a 6-yard pass from Carter Hoffman to Jaden Desch. And the PAT, unfortunately, bad snap, and Jaden did a good job trying to make something of it, but that went awry. And we thought the Buffaloes would probably just sit on the ball and run the clock out, but that is not the case, as the first offensive play, 65 yards from Carson Erdley for another score to make it 24-6. The Rebels do threaten at the end. Carter Hoffman's pushed out of bounds about the 5-yard line, which leaves the final score 24-6.
So that is your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, and we will be right back with your precision play of the game and the Crawford Trough player of the game. You're listening to the 2023 Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 FM KADQ.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
And once again, welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. I'm Cullen Pace along with Rob Leifson for today's game. We're going to go with the precision, Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. And Rob, I hate to do it, opposing teams, but it completely turned this game around, and that's come out in the second half, take one from the, the 7-yard line, 5-yard line to the house. So the kickoff return in the third quarter by Carson Erdley is going to be the precision play of the game. And with that, I'm going to go to Rob Leifson for the Crawford Trough player of the game.
Well, you heard his name all game long, both on both sides of the ball. But Carson Erdley had that kickoff return. He also had a 65-yard run later on, and he dominated. And we would congratulate him with the player of the game.
Okay. With that, we will be right back with your calendar update. I will go over what's going to happen the rest of this week and what's going to happen next week with homecoming. You're listening to the Rich Rebels football team on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ.
Whether you're having a great day or not, food always makes it better. Delicious, fresh-cooked favorites like a juicy cheeseburger, a thick raspberry shake, onion rings, fries, or a River Bridge soda. A grilled chicken wrap always hits the spot. And don't forget twisted ice cream cones. They never disappoint. Have the always friendly and helpful staff at the Crawford Trough, and you've got the perfect recipe for a perfect meal. Something tasty from the Crawford Trough always makes your day better. Stop in today. The Crawford Trough, Randolph.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
And welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth, and we're going to go with your Rich Rebel calendar update. So tomorrow, the Lady Rebels travel down to Tabiona and play the Tigers in a volleyball matchup. And your Rich Middle School Royals start off their home football season tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and they play Big Piney. Then I'm going to bring Rob back in for update on what's happening with homecoming next week, because he knows what's going on.
Well, I will tell you this. It is going to be a fun week. On Monday, you get picture day, and the dress-up is the students are supposed to dress up as teachers, and the teachers dress up as students. So my son is already starting to plan his wardrobe. I know that. Tuesday, it is twins, triplets, quadruplets. They're supposed to dress up like somebody else, and there's a powder puff game Tuesday afternoon about 12:40 where the girls will do a little flag football. Wednesday is Barbie and Ken versus the Adams family. The seniors and juniors are dressed up as Barbie and Ken, and the sophomores and freshmen, the Adams family. And Wednesday, you have volleyball, which is the boys doing a little bit of volleyball work. And that night, you get the car bash as well as the bonfire. And they'll have an activity bus for the students that night, I think about 8:30. Thursday, the dress up, I'm going to draw a blank on this one. I think it's barbecue mom and dads versus soccer moms and dads. But there is a volleyball game. We will host the Lyman Eagles, who always bring in a great team. And the Grantsville JV team is coming up for a football game at the same time. Friday, you get the parade at 10 o'clock in the morning. The program will be at 11. Football games at 4 o'clock. And then on Saturday, you get volleyball with Tintic. New region opponent will come in the afternoon, and then that night you get the homecoming dance from 8:30 to 10:30. And I think I didn't forget anything, Cullen. I hope I got it all in there.
Well, there's not much going on next week, so I don't know why you'd miss something there, Rob. But
we should mention that the homecoming game is against the Kemmer Rangers.
Yeah. And that's your calendar update for your Rich Rebels coming up this next week. For Rob Leifson, this is Cullen Pace. And I have to give a shout-out to my good buddy in Mountain View, Bonner Butters, because he's been texting me all game telling me what crappy job I have done today. But thanks, Bonner. I do appreciate that. But with that, we will see you next time on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ. This has been a presentation of your 2023 Rich Rebel football team. Thanks for joining us, and until next time.
Go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.